Hi, I'm Dan Schmitt. I do a motorcycle racing TV show, Team Chicago Challenge. My email is teamdan45@gmail.com. My website is teamchicago.tv. 1999 was a great year for Team Chicago, and the 9th race was a 24-hour at Willow Springs. Now, there's been 24-hour races in the past. I went to one at Nelson Ledges, but I did not ride. This is on the schedule, and Team Chicago, we had to get ready. Steve Carson couldn't make it. I had to put a team together. The guys from 4 and 6 helped with the lighting. Many big teams came to this event. So let's see how Team Chicago does at Willow Springs. I should point out that Melissa Burkhoff with Neighbor the Beast, they're right behind us in the points. That's her home track. So let's see what happened at Willow Springs, Team Chicago, WERA in 1999, and this is part 1.
Okay, anything else I can do for you?
Yeah.
Talk to Craig about tires and such.
5-minute board?
Yeah, they're going to. 1 hour, Dan. I'm going to be ready for you, okay?
5 minutes?
As we wait for the 5-minute board, that said hi to the camera. Phil Young, one of my teammates, is out for last-minute advice as we start this 5-minute board. And let's check out this track at Willow Springs in the high desert, about 80 miles northeast from LA. It's a great facility, nice track, wide, well laid out, great surface. And there's a few battles that are going to take place in this 24-hour race. For heavyweight superbike, it's Semoff Brother Racing, still in the lead after the season, but Arkwright Suzuki has got a chance to catch him at this event. There's about 70 points separating them in heavyweight superbike. In heavyweight supersport, D&D, with only 2 riders, came to defend their title. Carlisle's here. They got to make up about a 40 or 50 points in order to pick up that championship. So this may be one decided at the wire. Middleweight superbike, Army of Darkness. Yes, that's how they got their name, from running a 24-hour at Nelson Ledges back in '93. But Army of Darkness has got pretty much of a commanding lead. Tapeworks and Leaning Lizard did not make it to California. And in middleweight superstock, Team Chicago, we got a 58-point lead coming into this event. Neighbor the Beast is here to start, but I don't know what their plans are. We'll have to see what happens after 24 hours at Willow Springs, the WERA 24-hour National Championship Endurance Race. As you come back to grid for the start of this event. This is one event I've been looking forward to for many years, to run a 24-hour. And I think this is going to be big fun as we come back onto the grid and get ready to start this 24-hour event. The Team Chicago bike will be starting on the 3rd row as I work my way to the front. I'm ready. Let's see if everybody else is. And the start of the 24-hour National Endurance at Willow Springs. Jumping out front, it looks like is that Semoff Brother Racing on that 1000 Yamaha. As we go through turn 1 and head over to turn 2, which is a carousel, continuous right-hander, high speed. Got a multitude of lines through this corner as we taper together and head towards turn 3, which is a uphill left-hander, great corner. Looks like Semoff Brothers still in the front. Graves Motorsports right with them. As we come through turn 4, which is this slower speed on the top of the hill at the Budweiser balcony. We head down to turn, this may be 6, and we head out into the desert, over this hill, and into the fastest section of the track, turn 8. Talk about a high-speed corner. And then you got to tighten up your line to make it through turn 9 that leads you onto the front straightaway. As you can see, the pack is starting to get away from me. I haven't quite got turn 8 and 9 together as far as how fast to ride it, but these guys are flat flying. But this is a 24-hour race. We see Graves trying to make the move on Semoff Brothers. As I come into turn 1, it's a nice corner. In fact, most of the corners out here are pretty good. I have no problem with this track. It's a well laid out race course in the desert, plenty of runoff. They come around turn 2. Battle continues up front. As I make my turn into turn 4. But this is a 24-hour event. I'm ready to keep riding. We're doing 1 hour piece. Got 4 riders riding with Team Chicago. Phil Young, Craig Randell, and Morgan Broadhead. We're moving up front now. Graves Yamaha has got me around. Semoff Brother, Attack Yamaha, 21000 R1. Semoff Brother, also on that R1, is running in third. That EBSCO Suzuki, that 1300 Suzuki, is in fourth. And we're going to get into some of the first pit stops as this first hour winds down. One of the first teams into the pits is Turn 1 Racing. They're on a Yamaha. It's a Yamaha FZR. This team out of San Diego, and they're sponsored by AirTech, Lido Racing Brakes, and the Bike Doctor. They go about adding fuel. It looks like they're over there checking the oil. Got the next rider getting ready to get on. In the meantime, Attack Yamaha is in second place in that 1000 Yamaha, number 24, as we see this Turn 1 team leaving the pits. In the meantime, in fourth place, then EBSCO Suzuki 1300 is running in fourth place. Graves Yamaha is leading. Second place is Attack Performance Yamaha. Semoff Brother on the Yamaha is running in third. That EBSCO Suzuki is running in fourth. 1-800 Crowd Track, it's fifth. Sixth is Arclight Suzuki. Seventh is the Willow Homeboys. Eighth is GP Tech. Neighbor to Beast 665 is leading in middleweight super stock. That's Scott Fisher on the bike, along with Melissa Burkhoff. Boy, they are hauling the bacon out here at Willow Springs. They really know this racetrack. Phil Young is now on the Team Chicago 4 and 6 prepared Yamaha YZF 600. Phil's having a great time putting on that steady pace as we march towards 24 hours at Willow Springs. But at the end of 2 hours, it's Graves Motorsports up front on that 1000 Yamaha. Attack Performance second. Semoff Brothers third. EBSCO Suzuki is fourth. Arclight is up to fifth. 1-800 Crotch Rocket sixth. Seventh place is D&D Racing. Neighbor to Beast in eighth place. Team Cragos ninth. Army of Darkness is running in 10th. GP Tech and Team Chicago, we're in 15th place, but we're steadily moving on as Phil Young brings the Team Chicago YZF back into the pits after 2 hours. We're going 1 hour each. Everything's on schedule. Craig Randell is going to be the next rider. Pat Hartman from the radio show, Open Road Radio, flew out to California to give us a hand. Now coming into pits as Craig Randell leaves is Attack Performance, the second place team. They're sponsored by Attack Performance Products, Dunlop, Yashimura. Let's watch these guys make this quick tire change. This is super bike class, so they can run slicks, they can modify the swing arm, they can do all the trick stuff. These guys gotta get just a little faster, but they are flying out there on the racetrack. As you watch Craig Randell coming out of turn 3, heading to turn 4, but right behind him is that Etsuko Suzuki Hayabusa coming into turn 4. This is the Budweiser balcony as that 1300 Suzuki goes by. Craig Randell flew down from Canada. He's on Team Chicago because he's rode with us in the past and filled in over the years. And let's go hear from one of the other riders from California, formerly from Utah, that's riding the Team Chicago.
My name's Morgan Broadhead. I'm the National Motorsports Manager for Lockhart Phillips, and I'm having a blast here at the 24 Hours of Willow. It's been an honor to ride on the Team Chicago Performance YZF 600. It's my first endurance race ever. I talk about a trial by fire. 24 hours is a long time, but a little bit of rest between each stint, hour stints apiece, and basically just trying to keep it consistent lap times and have some fun, and I'm enjoying it.
Well, as you watch Neighbor the Beast, that's Melissa Burkhoff, who's a local rider out here before she moved east on that Traction Dynamic 600 Suzuki. Shows the boys from Army of Darkness the fast way around Willow Springs. Making his move now, coming by. Looks like Semoff Brother Racing. They're playing their plan. They're running good. They're in 3rd place. They're keeping a good pace. Semoff Brother Racing, who is leading in the championship on that Yamaha, Rai, EDC, and Sports Cycle product out of York, PA. You get a good chance to look at the whole track as he heads down this front straightaway. That's one thing nice about Willow Springs. Every seat is a good seat in the house. But let's listen to a comment from the Attack Performance Yamaha, one of the riders, as he talks about the other riders. Let's listen to Mark Miller talk about racing out here at Willow Springs.
You know, everyone's out here to have a good time, and those guys are just doing their thing, and it's up to me to get around them if I come up on them. So they're doing great. They're keeping their line, and I couldn't be happier. The Attack Performance Yamaha is working perfect.
Let's come back to the racing action in the 3rd hour. Moving up to 4th place is ArcLight Suzuki. ArcLight Suzuki, the team out of San Francisco on that Suzuki Pirelli Motion Pro Yashimura factory Suzuki Mission Yamaha number 7, and they're sponsored by Yamaha Motor Corp, Dunlop Tires, Race Tech Suspension, Willow Springs Raceway, and Mission Yamaha. And it's a whole bunch of employees from Yamaha came out to have a good time at this 24-hour. As we see the Graves Yamaha still leading. Bike number 9 is still up front in that 1000 Yamaha. Uh-oh, the Corona Suzuki's in the pits. They're having trouble with the fuel screener on the fuel injection. Oh no! Now the EBSCO Suzuki is coming back on the crash truck. They're having a problem with the fuel screener on the fuel injection system. They were going to take the parts off the one bike to fix this bike. Looks like this bike has got a problem. But I'll tell you, they've got a crew, they've got a budget. These guys are set up for this 24-hour event as they push it in to do some repairs. Here comes Semoff Brother Racing. They're running 3rd, but on the charge is ArcLight Suzuki. They have moved up to 4th place as they're trying to unlap themselves. They're a couple laps down. Let's go see what someone from EBSCO Corona Suzuki has to say about their problem.
A few little glitches and some fuel injection problems. We've been working on them left and right, and we thought we had it sorted out. And our A-bike, our strategy kind of went sour on the B-bike because it has encountered big problems as well. We're going to fix it. The B-bike is fixed, so we stripped it apart. We're going with the A-machine. We're going to go back out and still try to win this thing.
As Morgan Broadhead comes by in the Team Chicago YZF 4 and 6 prepared Yamaha dealers. And Morgan Broadhead is the national sales manager of Lockhart Phillips, and he brings his talents to us, and he's having a great time on the Team Chicago YZF. Meantime, in the pits, It's like Graves Motorsport. They're changing tires coming out now. That's 1-800 Crotch Rocket. This team out of Arkansas heads out to do battle. Here comes the team Graves 1000 Yamaha. They're sponsored by Graves Motorsport, and they're from Van Nuys, California. 56 is at Turn 1 Racing, FZR. In the pits now is Arclight Suzuki. They're from Lafayette, California. They make a front and rear tire change, take on fuel. You want to talk about an efficient team. If they're running heavyweight superbike, they can modify the bike. Talk about efficiency. Look at that. 2 tire change, take on fuel, and out of the pits. They're in 4th place, but they're on the charge. And after 4 hours of racing, Attack Performance Yamaha is now up front with 161 laps. Graves Racing is 2nd. Semoff Brothers running 3rd. Arclight is 4th. D&D's 5th. Army of Darkness is 6th. Neighbor to Be 7th. 1-800 Crotch Rocket 8th. The Willow Homeboys are 9th, and Team Chicago is 10th as we watch this Graves Yamaha flashing by, and they are on the charge. Uh-oh, red flag, got an incident. Army of Darkness came together with Onset Racing as we take this restart after hour delay. Gerald Sawyer was airlifted, he had a broken leg, and after an hour delay, we have this restart. The sun is starting to set at Willow Springs.
And as the sun sets in the west over the Pacific Ocean, about 100 miles west of Willow Springs Raceway, we continue to race into the night. Team Chicago, YZF is running great. I'm feeling great. Before you know it, the sun sets, and we are now racing around midnight.
It's just after 12 o'clock. We see the bikes racing around below the Budweiser balcony. About an hour ago, Attack Performance suffered a transmission problem, and they had to do a complete engine swap. They did it in 55 minutes. So they're back out there, but they have dropped down to 9th place. Up front is that Graves Yamaha 1000 R1. Semoff Brothers running 2nd. Arclight using 2 riders that ride during the day and 2 riders that ride at night have moved themselves into 3rd place. That Corona Etsuko Suzuki is in 4th place. 1-800 Crotch Rockets in 5th. D&D, 2 riders. Whew, these guys are tough. Are in 6th. The Willow Homeboys and leading middleweight super stock are in 7th. 8th is Army of Darkness. 9th is Attack. 10th is Team Chicago. Mission Yamaha is in 11th. GP Tech, Carlisle, Turn 1 Racing, Waveline, and in Team Chicago, we're in 16th. We've had a few problems with our tail light. I used a truck marking light, had a spare, but it seems to only go a couple hours. You see them coming off with a Budweiser corner. It's like Morgan Broadhead is on the Team Chicago, as you read number 45. Oh, what a great lighting system for the number plate. And he's going to be coming back into the pits. It's now my turn to take over the Team Chicago YZF 600s. We wait for Morgan to come back into the pits. Morgan shuts the engine, gets it in neutral. Pop that gas cap and start filling it up. The Team Chicago Yamaha dealers, 4 and 6 prepared, Torco Racing fuel and Torco Racing oil, race tire service Dunlop. As I load this load of fuel in, better have someone check the oil on the bike.
Morgan, grab the flashlight. Right there.
It's gotta be full.
Look at the oil.
Looks good.
How much gas is in there?
You got a half inch below full. Half inch below full. It's showing right there.
All right.
Your tires are good.
Oil looks okay?
Tires are great. Everything's great.
And let's take a look at Willow Springs at night. So we head into turn 1. The lighting system that AirTech sent me, 3 headlights. I tell you, they work great in the corners. I can see the corner marking. The other thing nice about Willow Springs, they do have markings in the corners, reflectors. As I head up the hill out of turn 2, coming to turn 3. You can see some reflective markers on the outside to tell you where the corners are. They came in real handy. So head up to the Budweiser. Turn 4 downhill. Swing wide. And as soon as I hit this inside, that's where I would brake. Make the turn left into 6. And up and over. And this short chute. Tell you, sometimes everybody complained they didn't have enough light. But there's 7 inside, and the marker to begin 8. And this long sweeping corner. Graves Yamaha still up front. Summer Brothers still second. Arclight is now moved into 3rd place. Abesco is still in 4th. 1-800 Crotch Rocket is 5th as I come out of turn 8, turn 9, down the front straightaway. Team Scream, they crashed about an hour ago. One of their riders was taken off. They didn't have to stop the race. It happened outside of turn 8. Plenty of runoff areas. I come into turn 1 again. Nice cool evening. It's about 70 degrees. What perfect weather to be racing motorcycles. So you definitely got to keep alert. I head back up towards the Budweiser balcony at Willow Springs. This is what 24-hour endurance racing's all about. In the meantime, Carlisle Racing's back in the pits, riding a Suzuki. So let's check out their pit stop.
Sorry, man.
Hey, short shift the thing. We got short shift the thing. Don't use the brakes that hard. Make it last and just cruise.
We're only like less than 3 laps behind second.
Let's get going, man. You got it? Yeah. Be careful with that gas on the car.
And in the 15th hour at 3 o'clock, it's Graves, Semoff, Arclight, Abesco, 1-800 Crottrick, the Willow Homeboys, Army of Darkness. Attack is moving up. Team Crago, Mission Yamaha. As you watch the D&D guys come into the pits. They're on their 2nd engine. 2 riders. It's Dale Davenport and David Davis. That's why it's D&D Racing. First names or last names. Boy, here's someone who had more than enough today as they take a nap. It's like Mission Yamaha's in. Mission Yamaha. Bunch of factory Yamaha guys. Let's go talk to one of their riders, Jay Tanner.
How you doing? You guys still out there running?
Yeah, tell me how the bike's going.
Huh?
Tell me how your bike's going.
Oh, the bike's working great. It's been running great all night. Stayed on 2 wheels. Trying to get back into first place in our class. Currently second, I think 10th overall. Done really good. Got, what, another 6, 7, 8 hours or so. Hopefully we'll finish and do really well.
Thank you, Jay. As we see ArcLight Suzuki passing, they are now running in 3rd place. They're passing on the right. On the left coming by, it looks like, that's right, that's Army of Darkness. You can see the skull and crossbones. They are running 7th place at this point. I believe I made a mistake with the crash and the restart. It was Darryl Sawyer crashed on a neighbor, a Beast bike. Special thanks to Bike Week and WERA for the additional video footage. And WERA, America's road race leader. Their website is WERA.com, WERA.com. On Facebook, it's WERA Road Racing Motorcycles. Willow Springs International Speedway, their website is WillowSpringsRaceway.com. On Facebook, it's Willow Springs Raceway. A great night, a great day. Tune in next week for the conclusion of this great event. Music for the show by Engine, Mike Preetz, Intrigue and Travesty, and all this music recorded at Fireside Studios, Westchester, Illinois. Don't forget, look for part 2 on YouTube. Contact me, and I'd love to hear from my audience. It's teamdan45@gmail.com. Remember, you can always search on YouTube with Dan Schmitt Motorcycle Racing for great motorcycle racing action, Dan Schmitt Politics, to learn what makes America great. And I highly encourage you to visit the World of Motorcycle Museum. They're in Winamac, Indiana, 4 miles south of North Judson on Indiana Highway 39. Give them a call first at 574-896-3172. It's a great trip and a great collection of motorcycles. If you want a copy of the Team Chicago History Package, you go to Rich's Yamaha in Lockport, Illinois, but give them a call first at 815-838-8130, or their website is richesyamaha.com. Pick up your copy of the Team Chicago History, Racing, and TV.